Hello everyone! Our plan for today's trip is paddle boating in Golden Gate Park, the place of many wonders in the beautiful city of San Francisco. If I start naming all the types of fun that the Golden Gate Park has to offer, the list will be very long. The Academy of Sciences, the DeYoung Art Museum, the Botanical Garden, Angler's Lodge, a herd of bison, Conservatory of Flowers, and so on. However, one of our favorite activities is boating on an artificial lake called Stow Lake, near the Japanese tea garden. We aim at doing this at least once a year, and previously always had chosen to take a rowboat. This time we will test a paddle boat. There is a paved walkway around the lake, with a few picnic tables and plenty of benches. The walkway takes pedestrians around the lake. At one point, it reaches a dock and a boathouse with a small café. It's a nice place for birthday parties, by the way. Now, let's get a boat and start paddling. The Stow Lake was created in 1893 as a water reservoir for the Golden Gate Park irrigation. Try to imagine, at that time, horses were pulling carriages with ladies and gentlemen around the lake. By the way, parking near California Academy of Science can be tough, and we often leave our vehicle on the one-way road called Stow Lake Drive that goes around the Stow Lake. Although it can also be quite busy, we always find a spot to park. A word of advice: pay attention to how well your paddle boat moves along, unless you do not mind extra exercise. Some pedal boats may be less efficient than others, and that may be a bit frustrating. Ask for a replacement before you paddle too far if you feel like something is wrong. The life jackets are required and provided. The restroom is across the road at the parking lot behind the boathouse. The lake is full of geese and ducks. You can easily spot a turtle or a bunch of turtles warming up on the branches. You can even try to get closer. An interesting detail: the pale stones on the shores of the lake have signs of craftsmanship. Those are likely building blocks of a medieval monastery constructed in the 13th century. There's a long story about a wealthy American buying an abandoned abbey in Europe and bringing the stones to California, hoping to reconstruct the building. Some of the stones ended up near the entrance of the Botanical Garden, and it looks like some of them are now scattered across the park. The lake surrounds the steep hill named Strawberry Hill, after wild strawberries that used to grow there. The boathouse has been around since the 1950s, and local folks have a sweet childhood memories about this place. You know, you can join the club too. In addition to the boathouse, the Stow Lake has two main attractions: a waterfall and a pavilion celebrating a friendship with one of many San Francisco's sister city named Taipei City in Taiwan. Remember, if you come during springtime, you might see ducklings and goslings. We heard that herons also nest here, using the branches of the trees on the small island on the east corner of the lake. After paddling along the lake, we will check out the Strawberry Hill and get closer to the pavilion and waterfalls. We are crossing the old stone bridge, also known as the Rustic Bridge, that was built in 1893. It's made of bricks cut from red chert, local sedimentary rocks. It was designed by a talented architect, Arthur Page Brown, who sadly died at age 36 after a runaway horse accident. We are now entering the so-called Chinese Pavilion. It has nice decorations, lots of carved dragons. The 110-foot waterfall is named after a rich businessman Collis Potter Huntington, involved in building a whole bunch of railroads, including the Central Pacific Railroad, which was a part of the Transcontinental Railroad. You can climb the stairs on the side of the waterfalls, check out the water reservoir on the top, and the ruins of the observatory destroyed by the famous earthquake of 1906, shortly after it was built. Thanks for watching, and see you later. Bye-bye!